Oh my goodness. Okay, it's Thursday, September 5th. Hello, YouTube world. Is anybody out there? Am I talking into the void? I don't know if I'm going to reach anybody, but years ago I was part of a weight loss community on here. It was around 2008, 2010. Um, since then, been through many, many ups and downs. For sure, I've grown a lot, I've done a lot, career wise, personally. Um, and what brings me back actually this time around is that last week um, I hit a milestone in weight loss, which was that I lost 50 pounds. So, going back, I've gone up and down in my weight, for a long time. That was what originally brought me to YouTube and to the community, the fitness community that we had here, was the desire to better myself. And, you know, um, it's been a struggle, but in the struggle, there's learning, there's growing. Um, and so this time around, um, I really want to go all the way. And I feel like I have something that's working for me at this point, which, brought me to the point where I'm at that milestone. Now, coming back here, right, to this space, whatever it might be at this point, because that was so many years ago, it was not something that was going to be good for me mentally, especially when I was not in a place to follow through with what I wanted to do. So, making a video saying I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, but then not actually able to get the momentum going, which getting started is the hardest part, I think. Doing that to myself was breaking trust with myself. So, I do what I do when I'm going through a hard time. I keep to myself a lot, and but this time I feel like I'm really in a good spot. I've discovered a cycling studio that I love, absolutely love. Been going since February, so for over 6 months, about 7 months, and I go almost every day to these classes. My cardiovascular system is so healthy, and the weight loss is just a bonus. I was finally able to tackle healthy eating as well, but I would say before all of that, the number one thing I had to start with was my mental health. And by addressing that, I was able to get myself into a positive space and mindset to be able to get that momentum going, right? And so, mental health for me always needs to be a priority. I think that it is the underlying issue that I've had my whole life when it comes to, um, you know, combating obesity. So, here we are. I'm trying new things. Like, I still dance Zumba. Zumba has stayed with me since 2011. So I've been dancing for about 13 years, and I just got my instructor license too. Um, I do the cycling classes, rhythmic cycling, and I also really like hot yoga. And I just look forward to trying new exercises and pushing my body to its healthy limits. So, that was one thing I wanted to say. The other thing is that as of yesterday, there are 17 weeks left to 2024. We've got 1/3 of the year left until we get to 2025. So I wanted to take that time. I watched a video, Misfit and Nerdy. I like her videos. And she said that now is when you start preparing for your marathon, right? So, the marathon in this case being the goals that we have for 2025, that the rest of 2024 can be used as an acceleration ramp, so to speak, to position us to be in a good spot for, okay, it's a new year, what are the goals that I want to strive for this year. So in for the time being, because my weight is one of the main issues, like according to my doctors and this fitness assessment that I took. I need to continue to lose fat. I'm going to continue to work on that for 2024. I calculated it that at my current weight of 227 on the dot, if I lose 2 pounds a week, I can be under 200 by the time I'm in 2025, which will put me in a good position for tackling 2025 goals. And that, next year, one of the things that I've been thinking about is I just want to continue to develop strength and build muscle. And I do want to get skin removal surgery too. So I'm gonna need it on my arms. I have bat wings. I like the term bat wings, but I don't like having them. Probably do an abdominoplasty, brachioplasty, these things. So that is something I would like to plan for in 2025. So, but before we get to that point, just got to work on continuing the weight loss. I'm going at a good, steady pace at this point. I focus mostly on getting the protein in. That matters more to me than calories or anything like that. And I use MyFitnessPal to track just to make sure I'm getting in the protein at all my meals while not neglecting, fiber. Of course, I drink plenty of water. I've been using things like Liquid IV and Element to give myself those electrolytes because I do sweat a lot in my classes. So yeah, just trying to give my body everything that it needs. I also try to get 8 hours of sleep a night. I didn't realize the times before that I had attempted weight loss how important sleeping is for recovery and for your metabolic processes. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, and I wanted to make this video to document this and mostly for myself, but if anyone is out there in the void of YouTube who might remember me as, I think I went by Coconut back then, and now I'm just Natalie, so I am a grown version of myself from back then when I was a college kid. So, anyway, if you tuned in, cool. Drop me a message. I have been also involved with TikTok. So there are weight loss communities on TikTok, and that has been really cool. And Instagram has been helpful with recipes. Just looking for new recipes that I can make at home to help me meet that protein goal every day, So yeah, I'll do a video again, I guess, soon. I don't know how often I'll do them, but I will try to do a few more for the rest of the year. And hey, maybe I can do a body shot. Why don't we try that? Being that we're all here. Oh, lots of light. This is what we're looking at. This is what it looks like. And I know that you're like down there. I'm up here. It's not a flattering angle, but whatever. I am going to get ready for my cycling class now, so I will see you later.